Finally, the final big reveal of set 6 is here, so let's begin, this time our great Messiah. So we start off with Lady Battler of the Black Dwarf, which is a grade 2 with 10k power, and this goes auto, rearguard, generation brick 1. When this card attacks, if you have at least a grade 3 Vanguard Messiah, choose one of your other rearguards, I guess with 5k power in turn, and at the end of the battle, block this unit. This ability is mandatory. So basically it's similar to Arrestor Messiah, except that it gives the 5k power to another unit instead of itself, but it still locks itself, so that's the most important part. And most importantly, it's free! But anyway, second skill, auto drop, generation break 3. When your G unit that is Link Joker is placed on Vanguard, cost +1, call this to rearguard. Funny enough, this does have some premium application for +1s right there in the drop zone. But anyway, just a counterblast for a superior call is not bad, especially for a deck that can constantly countercharge for free when you use up all your counterblasts. Although that's only if you have a field. Now, if you're against a control matchup, this might be a bit of a problem, but that little superior call part can be very helpful, especially to activate your stride skill. So this is overall pretty good, and definitely a nice new addition. And now finally, the new Messiah, Genesis Dragon Transel's Messiah. Generic stride stats and condition, still finding it that they chose this one instead of Flageolet, since Flageolet is actually in our main set. But anyway, auto Vanguard, generation break 3. When this card attacks, cost +1, unlock all your locked rearguards, and then choose the same number of rearguards your opponent controls up to the same number of face-up cards in the G zone and lock them, and then choose the same number of rearguards as face-up copies of Genesis Dragon Transel's Messiah in your G zone and plus 5k until the end of turn. So basically what it does is that it unlocks all your rearguards and then locks the same number of rearguards your opponent has equal to the number of face-up cards in the G zone, which by the time you strike this, that will be 2, and then power up your rearguards equal to the amount of Transel's Messiah you have in your face-up G zone. Not entirely sure how I feel about this, because it practically does the same thing as every Messiah stride, basically unlocks. The only difference is that this one actually locks one of your opponent's rearguards, which is going to be unlocked in the end phase anyway, so that could be more draws. And this one does power up your rearguards as well, but it's kind of a little less, unless if you have more copies of it face up in the G zone, aka stack more. And of course, once again, since it doesn't flip itself, it relies on your first stride to do it. But on certain matchups, like control matchups, where you have no rearguards, this could technically be more useful than the other Messiah strides, considering that you don't really need any rearguards to unlock. So that itself kind of just makes this as a decent alternate option. And that's really all it is to me, and I'm pretty sure that's what these strides are meant to be. And finally, here's the secret rare. So that's it for the new Transel's Messiah. What do you guys think of it? Overall, it is cool support, just more options, although the stride can be saying a little lackluster. Like I said, it is probably just meant to be an alternate stride rather than be a finisher, which is something I like. The only thing I kind of just don't like is the GB3 restriction, but I can say that it's probably an alternate second stride because you don't need to use the Persona stride costs. So I guess I'll take it. But anyway, since we saw these strides return, do you guys think we're going to get more stride support for the other stride deck sets? And of course, more stride deck sets? And hopefully, do you guys think we get G guards as well? Because I really hope we get the return of G guards, since I do love more defensive options. But in that's it for this, and see you all next time.